Bridging the generational gap, the key to understanding everyone regardless of age. They say that the key to understanding everyone regardless of age is to look back on the period of how they lived in their formative ages to adulthood. With that, we would learn more about their general life conditions and know some specific experiences they may have had collectively as a generation that ultimately led in the formation of their belief systems and norms. Okay, let us deep dive into this. Have you ever wondered how different generations see the world? Well, let's take a look at some of the characteristics and quirks of each one, starting from the oldest to the youngest. First, we have the greatest generation, who were born between 1901 and 1927. They are the ones who survived the hardships of the Great Depression and fought bravely in World War II. They value hard work, discipline, patriotism. They also tend to be very frugal and conservative. They are the ones who always tell you stories about how tough life was back then, like how they had to walk 15 miles in the snow to school every day. And don't you dare complain about anything, because they will tell you how ungrateful you are. Next, we have the silent generation, who were born between 1928 and 1945. They are called silent because they grew up in a time of conformity and repression. They learned to keep their opinions to themselves and respect authority. They were loyal, responsible, traditional. They were also silent through the social and cultural changes that occurred in the 1960s, such as the civil rights movement, the sexual revolution, and the counterculture. They are the ones who always remind you to mind your manners and speak when spoken to. And don't you dare question anything, because they will tell you how disrespectful you are. Therefore, it is difficult to generalize about the silent generation characteristics globally, as they may vary from region to region and from person to person. But one thing is certain, they are not really silent at all. They have plenty of stories to tell and wisdom to share. And they deserve our respect and appreciation for what they have been through. Then, we have the baby boomers, who were born between 1946 and 1964. They are the largest generation in history and they witnessed many social and cultural changes, such as the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War, and the moon landing. They are ambitious, optimistic, independent. They are also very competitive and driven. They are the ones who can't understand why you can't just pick up the phone and call someone instead of texting them. And don't even mention social media to them. They think it's a waste of time and a source of fake news. Next up are Generation X, who were born between 1966 and 1980. They are the children of the baby boomers and they grew up in a time of economic uncertainty, political turmoil and technological innovation. They are adaptable, creative, pragmatic. They are also good problem solvers and critical thinkers. They are the ones who still have a collection of VHS tapes that they can't play anymore because they don't have a VCR. They are also wondering why everyone is so obsessed with avocados. And don't you dare call them slackers, because they will tell you how hard they work. After that, we have the Millennials, or Generation Y, who were born between 1980 and 1995. They are the first generation to be digital natives, meaning they grew up with computers, internet, and mobile phones. They are confident, curious, open-minded. They also question authority and challenge the status quo. They are often criticized by the media for being lazy, entitled, and narcissistic. They are also blamed for spending all their money on avocado toast instead of saving for a house. But they are also the ones who are more educated, diverse, and socially aware than any previous generation. And don't you dare call them snowflakes, because they will tell you how strong they are. Then, we have Generation Z, who were born between 1996 and 2012. They are the most diverse and connected generation ever. They have access to unlimited information and communication through their smartphones and social media platforms. They are creative, entrepreneurial, socially conscious. They also suffer from higher levels of anxiety and depression than previous generations. They are the ones who can't understand why anyone would ever need a DVD player when they can just stream everything online. And don't you dare call them zombies, because they will tell you how alive they are. Finally, we have Generation Alpha, who were born between 2010 and 2025. While Generation Z were our first true digital natives, Generation Alpha will mark a new digital age, given how quickly and exponentially technology advances. They will be exposed to artificial intelligence, virtual reality, biotechnology. They will be more intelligent, innovative, and influential than any other generation before them. They are the ones who will be asking why anyone ever needed a smartphone when they can just use their brain implant. And don't you dare call them anything, because they will tell you what they want to be called. Of course, these are all generalizations and individuals may not fit these descriptions perfectly. But it's always fun to look at the differences and similarities between each generation for us to better understand one another. We would like to know what generation you belong to. Kindly answer in the comments section. Please visit our website at simplovia.com and follow our social media pages. Thank you. Please don't skip ads, react and share. This would help and mean a lot to us. Please, till next video.